Hello everyone! The last 5 episodes of You Season 4 just dropped on Netflix. The hit series has returned after a month-long break. In the last episode of the first part, we learn who the killer is, and it turns out to be Reese. In the second part of the season, we expected Joe to find Reese and kill him, finally getting rid of his stalker since the beginning of Season 4. But that's not what happened at all. All the dialogue between Reese and Joe that we saw turned out to be imaginary, completely in Joe's head. And all the murders of the season were actually committed by him. In a way, he was reflecting his worst side into someone else and unconsciously getting rid of that guilt of being such a terrible person. In the second part, he realizes what he has done and how Reese has been in his head, but that doesn't stop him from killing more people. As if that wasn't enough, there are more shocking revelations in Season 4, Part 2. While some of our questions were answered, we were left with many questions. Let's go into some of the questions you might have after finishing You's latest season. One of our first questions about Part 2 is, how did Nadia find Joe's cage? First of all, Nadia suspecting Joe comes out of nowhere. How does she so easily break into Joe's home? And coincidentally, she finds a book that contains a key. She doesn't know where the key belongs, but she then thinks Joe getting an Indian takeout is suspicious, so she scopes out the place, only to be drawn into an abandoned building that is cordoned off. But she goes there anyway, and of course the key fits. But when she sees Marianne inside, she doesn't even go to the police because Marianne says Joe would find a way to get away with it. If you had found someone locked up in a cage, you would have called the police. This whole storyline doesn't make sense at all. Yet, this isn't it. There is also Kate's father, who got quickly murdered by Joe in the season final. According to Joe, this guy was an Illuminati-level billionaire. He even mentions how it would take a military operation to take Lockwood down. But no, he is in the plane hangar, all by himself, in the dark, without security or cameras present. And Joe can kill him without even any effort. Let's also talk about Kate. Throughout the season, she hated Joe and didn't want to be with him. But all of a sudden, they have this thing going on with zero chemistry whatsoever. And we don't even understand what Joe sees in Kate. She is so cold and heartless, and she knows Joe killed Reese. In the end, when Joe starts talking about his life story, we don't know what exactly he is talking about and whether he includes all the details. If he tells her everything and she is okay with it, including her father's murder, what does that make her? An even more evil version of Love Quinn, but richer in that she can cover up everything that Joe might have done. She is morally corrupt, almost equal to Joe. She doesn't do the murders herself, but she is complicit in them. She accepts Joe's dark sides, which could only worsen matters for the next season. Or maybe Joe fabricated his story and told Kate an entirely different version of the events, painting himself as the victim rather than the psychopathic murderer he is. The only thing exciting about all of this is that we will get a new Joe next season. He finally accepts who he is and embraces his darker side, which makes him even more dangerous. And now he has Kate's money and power behind him. No one can stop him now. We're curious as to how things will proceed. You know what? A significant portion of the fans wants Joe to die suffering. They don't want him to die an easy death. They don't want him to go to prison. He should die suffering in his own cage without food, water, or even a book. That would be a fitting end. What did you think about You Season 4 Part 2? Is Kate more evil than Joe? Tell us what you think below. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you soon!